Yeah, so we will be looking at the Honeydrive and the Kali Linux systems today. So what I'll be showing you is how I can simulate a honeypot in the Honeydrive 3 and attack it using, not attack it, like run some Metasploit commands on it using my Kali system. So just to give a basic background of what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start this video with a small introduction. I'm actually gonna perform it. So maybe if you just want to see that, you can skip ahead. So just to give you a basic understanding of what these things are. So basically, Oracle Virtual Machine is a is a virtual machine simulator. So what you can do is you can create a virtual machine in your box. So you can in your system. So you can actually install multiple OSs in your system using Oracle Virtual Machine, and it creates like a network, or you can say we can create a network on inside it. So basically, what it does is you can install multiple OSs and it will consider them as separate systems. And you can assign IP addresses to those separate systems, and you can have a communication between them. So, having said that, yeah, so this will be my Oracle Virtual Box, the black one, and it will be simulating an internal network. So basically, these systems are uh, not connected to the internet or the outside connection. Rather, have an internal network through which they are interlinked. So these both are connected with each other, but they are not connected to the internet. So then there is the Kali. So Kali is the go-to machine for any ethical hacker or any person of that sort, or any person interested in all those things, or any system lover or Linux, any in that case also. So Kali Linux has the Metasploit framework, and it has multiple um, other uh, tools as well, which can be used for pen testing or ethical hacking. So Kali, so the Metasploit is basically a framework that we can use in order to run exploits. So if you want to run an exploit to, let's say, install a software in an open port, maybe you can use that. You can try to search vulnerabilities of a system, of a OS, or maybe you see that there is an open port which has some process running on it, and you want to exploit that process. That you can, if that vulnerability is exploitable, if that process is exploitable, then you can search it on Metasploit, and you can directly convert that. Uh, so this is the IP address that I have assigned to my uh, Kali box, 192.168.1.1. So I'll be explaining how I'm doing that in the simulation part. And then we have the Honeydrive 3. So Honeydrive 3 is basically another OS, so which is specifically designed for using honeypots. So it has multiple honeypots pre-installed in it, so you need not worry about installing the dependencies and all those tools and all those things. So it has pre-installed honeypot. So the famous honeypot Kippo, which is a high level, medium level interacting honeypot for IT networks, that is also installed in it. So you can use that as well. So I'll be using Conpot. So Conpot is basically a ICS based honeypot. So it can be used to simulate an ICS network, or industrial control system network. So yeah, so it uses, I suppose, 502 port for running Modbus protocol, which we will be targeting. And this is the IP address that is assigned to the honeypot, to the Honeydrive. So what I will be doing is I will be running a Honeydrive. I will be running Conpot in Honeydrive 3, and it will be opening a port in this IP address, 502 port, and will be running a Modbus protocol. So and then um, I will be using Kali Metasploit to actually um, read what protocols, if a Modbus protocol is running on this IP address, and yeah, so I'll be doing that. And once that I am sending a message to this Conpot at this IP address, like checking if Modbus is running or not. So this Conpot will record all those readings. So that there is some message coming and there is some message going. So all those readings will be recorded. So basically, you can then analyze that data and you can maybe use it for uh, intrusion detection systems. So what you need to do is you need to install a virtual box. A virtual box lets you install multiple OSs in a single machine. Um, So as you can see, I have the Kali and the Honeydrive OS in my VirtualBox. Uh, you need to install the VirtualBox, and you need to install these two separately. You can download as these both are open source. You can download it from anywhere. So before starting, one more thing I would like to say is you need to set up an internal network. So in order to set up an internal network, you need to go into settings, uh, network, internal network. Uh, yeah, so I think by default it would be in NAT, but you need to change it to internal network, advanced, allow. So I think it would be deny by default, so change it to allow, and make sure all these instances are corrected. So okay, and similarly I'll do this for Kali machine also, as I don't want my system to, as I want my system, as I want my network to be um, isolated from the internet. I just want the network to be completely isolated, as is the case in the ICS network. But since my Kali Linux is the attacking machine, it will be inside the network. So it will be in internal network, and yeah, advanced, allow all. So okay, so let's start it. Yeah. So this is started running. So let's see what is in README. Just enter this thing also. Yeah. So the README file tells all about the Honeydrive uh, stuff that is present in it. So the pseudo password is Honeydrive. By default, it is there. And yeah, there is this Kippo. Kippo is the honeypot, interactive honeypot for IT systems. Uh, it uses SSH. Uh, so then there is, yeah, these all are honeypots only. So there are more than 10 honeypots, if I'm not wrong. So here is the Conpot that we'll be dealing today. So it is present in Honeydrive, Conpot, so in the root directory. Um, yeah, so let's get into that. So the start script is in bin directory. So we'll go into that. Yeah, can start a terminal over here as well. Let me just first go have the root privileges. So I have started the Metasploit console over here, and yeah, continuing over here to move into the directory. I'll be doing some errors as well, which are common errors. So let's just see what errors can be faced. I'll be moving into the directory Honeydrive. Then let's see what directories are present. So I need to cd into Conpot. So here, so see, we need to move into bin as specified in the readme file. Now I can start the Conpot. So let's see if it is starting. Yeah, it is saying that socket.error address already in use. So this is happening because the my port 80, which this Conpot will be using, is already running some processes on it. So let's see what processes are running. LOSF slash I 80. So, oh, LSOF. So these are the processes that are running. So I'll just kill all of this. So for killing it, you need to type kill -9, which is a forced kill. LSOF slash T slash I 80. So this is the command for killing all of them. Oh, sorry, I need to add a dollar symbol. So let's just check again which other processes running. So there are no processes running. Um, yeah. So now before actually connecting the systems, I need to assign IP addresses to both of these machines. So let's just go into. We need to move over here. This is the connection settings. Edit connections. So if this is not present, you need to add one. Yeah, change the IPv settings to manual, add, and add the address. So I have already done it, so I won't be doing it again. So this is the one. So edit. So the IPv settings, I changed it to manual, and this is the addresses that I have assigned to them. The address, the net mask, and the gateway. Uh, so I'll just save it. I'll close it. So let me just see if it is connecting. But yeah, it won't connect as this system is not connected over here. So I need to do the same thing over here as well. So I'll just move over here, right click, edit connections, wired connection 1, double click on it. Yeah. IPv settings, manual, I change it to manual, and this is the IP address that I have assigned. So this is actually also 255. I think it is going default to 24. So yeah, I'll just save it. Yeah, so let's see if it is connected. So this is 0.1 machine and this is 0.2 machine. So 192.168.1.1. So let's just ping 192.168.1.2, which is the second machine. So as you can see, the ping is coming. So I know it is connected. I'll just ping it from here also. Yeah, here also the ping is working. So now I'll run the Conpot in my Honeydrive OS. So as let's see what it is saying. Conpot S7com initialized. S7com started on 102 port. SNMP started on 168 and HTTP started on 80. So there will be MODBUS also somewhere over here. Yeah, MODBUS server started on 502. So Fire2 is the port that we will be targeting. Let's search MODBUS just in Metasploit. So these are the commands or auxiliary uh, scripts that I have found to actually send a command to the Modbus. So we'll be monitoring the script, this part as well. This will be showing any changes or any communication that is happening between the two. So as it is a honeypot, it will be recording all the communications that will be happening. Yeah. So I'll just I'll be just scanning the version. So I'll be using this script. So I'll be use 6 as this is the sixth search output. Let's see the info of this thing. Um, this module detects the Modbus service tested on. Yeah, so it is used to detect if a Modbus service is running. It was tested on this system. Um, Modbus is a clear test protocol used in common SCADA systems developed originally as a serial line. So this is just the information by Modbus. So uh, so Modbus can also communicate through TCP, uh, which is Modbus TCP protocol. Yeah. So I need to actually let me just screen it and type info again. So there is just one setting that I need to add, which is the R host. Remaining all I'll be keeping default. So let me just change. I need to add the destination of the I need to add the address of the attacked machine, the machine which is having the Conpot installed in it, 192.168.1.2. Yeah, so this is being changed, so I'll just check if it is changed. You can see our host is changed over here. Next, just see what is happening. I'll just run this command. It is disconnected. This is the option you will get when it is not searching for anything. It is not finding anything. It is disconnected because my Ethernet cable is disconnected. It's connected again. Let's run it again. Yeah. So there is something that it has found. Um, 192.168.1.2 at port 502 Modbus is being received, and you can see that some changes have been done over here as well. You can try to focus on this script now. I'll be running this one. You can focus on this. It just got disconnected again. I'm not sure why it is disconnecting again and again. Yeah, so some data is being added again and again every time I'm running it. Uh, I think, yeah, this is the one that is the latest. Um, New Modbus session from 192.168.1.1, which is my attacking machine. New connection. So this is the port that is being used to attack it or send the data to it. Yeah. So a new connection from this thing, my source machine. New Modbus session from my source and new connection from my port 37983. So it has got an exception, um, but a proper response will be sent to the peer. So a proper response is being sent. Um, yeah, so this is the response. So this is the traffic that is received. Then it got disconnected. Yeah, so this is the new one. This is again, it is being again when I added the run command. So that one. Yeah, so finally, let me just check what is happening in the Wireshark part as well. I'll send the run command. So some data is being sent. Let's see what it is. Um, let's just filter out. Let's just try another filter. So this is the all the communication that has happened. Let's just full screen it. So initially there was a sync message from my Linux system, my Kali system 1.1, 1.12, 1.2. Then there was an activation signal, syncac, um, from my honeypot system to my Kali system. Then there was a confirmation from my Kali to honeypot. Uh, yeah, then there was the actual data that was being sent. So this is the actual command, MODBUS command that is being sent. Maybe you can decipher it. Uh, yeah, then this was the response from the honeypot to the Kali, and then this was the finally the communication is ending commands. So yeah, that was it. Um, I think some more remaining of these uh, vulnerabilities, not vulnerabilities like auxiliaries, scripts can be run as well. So these maybe you can try running some of these scripts as well. That might give a better idea. So yeah, that was it. Uh, I hope this is a good area to look upon. So you can try to build your own uh, honeypot for ICS system by like understanding the fundamentals of this Conpot honeypot.